Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Clarissa Rodriguez, Chair of the New York State Workers' Compensation Board. Today's full board meeting is being webcast live for members of the public, so welcome. It is also facilitated by an American Sign Language interpreter. Thank you for joining us, interpreter. Before I start today's meeting, it is with great sadness that I share the heartbreaking news that our longtime board member, Lauren Lobin, has passed away on Friday, May 9th. Lauren was appointed to the New York State Workers' Compensation Board in 2010. In his nearly 15 years at the board, Lauren served with the utmost distinction and integrity as he worked in support of the board's mission. His meaningful work touched the lives of so many. Lauren's warmth and commitment will be long remembered, and he will be deeply missed by us here at the board. I now have the honor of calling the 1043rd meeting of the full board to order. Madam Secretary, will you please call attendance?
Vice Chair Foster.
Here.
Board Member Higgins.
Here.
Board Member Williams.
Here.
Board Member Hall.
Here.
Board Member Crane.
Here.
Board Member Stasko.
Here.
Board Member Tavares.
Here.
Board Member Caginelli.
Here.
Board Member Delon.
Yeah.
Board Member Delgado.
Here.
And Board Member Perez.
Here.
Madam Chair, Board Member Tavares is joining us remotely today.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. Agenda item 1, board members, you have all received a copy of the April 15th, 2025 board meeting minutes for your review. Are there any questions or need for a discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to accept the board meeting minutes?
Yes, Madam Chair. I move that we accept the board meeting minutes.
Thank you, Board Member Stasko. Thank you. Is there a second?
This is Board Member Hall, and I second that motion.
Thank you, Board Member Hall, for that second. Is there any opposition to the motion? Okay, hearing no opposition, board members all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, hearing no opposition, I am also a yes. That motion is passed. Thank you. Agenda item 2, Office of General Counsel's Departmental Report. Acting General Counsel Keith Longden will now present the Office of General Counsel's Departmental Report for the month of April. Morning.
Thank you, Chair Rodriguez. Good morning. The following is a statistical analysis for the month of April 2025 of the 3 divisions within the Office of General Counsel responsible for deciding issues and claims. The Adjudication Division during the month of April held 18,338 hearings, resolved 11,746 claims and hearings, and issued 423 reserved decisions. They also held 1,446 pre-hearing conferences and finalized 2,771 Section 32 waiver agreements. Of those, 2,421 were resolved at hearing and 350 were resolved by desk review. The the Administrative Review Division received 1,110 applications, processed 1,011 applications with a pending inventory at the end of the month of 8,418 cases. Finally, Legal Affairs Division received 89 applications for full board review, processed 98 applications, and for an end of month inventory of 215 claims. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Keith. Board members, are there any questions or need for a discussion? Okay, hearing none, may I please have a motion to accept the Office of General Counsel's Departmental Report?
Madam Chair, this is Board Member Caginelli, and I move that we accept the General Counsel's Departmental Report.
Thank you, Board Member Caginelli. Is there a second?
Board Member Delgado, I second.
Thank you, Board Member Delgado. Is there any opposition to the motion? Okay, hearing no opposition, board members all in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you. All opposed? Hearing none, I am also a yes. That motion is passed. Thank you. Agenda item 3, license applications. Senior Attorney Benjamin Jacobs will now present the licensing applications for the previous month.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Madam Vice Chair, board members and colleagues. You have before you the recommendations from the assigned board panel regarding the licensing application listed in Part 3 of today's agenda. Under Section 53D, Corvell Enterprise Incorporated, qualifying officer William S. Jones Esquire, three-year renewal. I present these recommendations for the board to the board for your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Board members, are there any questions or need for a discussion? Okay, hearing none, may I please have a motion to accept the recommendations of the board panels as presented?
Board Member Delaney, I move to accept.
Thank you.
This is Board Member Caginelli, I second.
Thank you for that second. Is there any opposition to the motion? Okay, hearing no opposition, board members, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed? Okay, I am also a yes, that motion is passed. Thank you. Agenda item 4, legal appeals. We will now, Keith Longden will now present the recommendations concerning decisions by the appellate division.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
On this month's agenda, there are 6 decisions of the Appellate Division, 3rd Department, involving appeals from Workers' Compensation Board decisions. You can find those 6 cases in items 4A through 4F on your agenda, and it's a recommendation of the Office of General Counsel that all 6 cases be adopted as a decision of the board. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Keith. May I please have a motion to accept the recommendations of the Office of General Counsel?
Board Member Perez, I move to accept the recommendations of the General Counsel.
Thank you, Board Member Perez. Is there a second?
Board Member Hall, I second that motion.
Thank you, Board Member Hull. Is there any opposition to the motion? Okay, hearing no opposition, board members, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, hearing none, I am also a yes, that motion is passed. Thank you, board members. Agenda item 5, mandatory full board review. There's nothing to consider this month. So agenda item 6, discretionary full board review. I now turn this portion of the agenda over to Vice Chair Frida Foster.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning.
Good morning.
For the cases listed in item 6 on your agenda, it's been recommended that full board review be granted. Those cases are 6A, matter of Expo Concrete LLC, 6B, matter of New York City Department of Education, and 6C, matter of City of New York Department. I move to refer the cases back to the respective panels for their further consideration.
Thank you, Vice Chair Foster. Is there a second?
Board Member Crane, second.
Thank you, Board Member Crane, for that second. Is there any opposition to the motion? Okay, hearing no opposition, board members, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, I am also a yes, that motion is passed. Thank you. Agenda item 7, is there any other business, board members, before we adjourn today's meeting?
Yes, Madam Chair. I'd like to say a few words about my friend, Linda Hull. It's a happy circumstance that you're leaving, but I'm going to miss you personally. I think we all will. You're a lot of fun. Great to hang out with. Really enjoyed our friendship. You'll be missed, and all that makes you pretty much unforgettable.
I second that.
Yes.
Thank you all. It's been my honor to serve here and to get to know each and every one of you and the challenges that we all have and just how hard we work. Again, an honor of a lifetime. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. And you can sing to me anytime.
Just another minute to address our very, very sad circumstance of losing my buddy, my friend, Lauren Loban. I didn't know Lauren until he came to the board, and I observed right away that he was a very sharp and snappy dresser. But I came to find out quickly after that he had a sharp and snappy mind to go right along with his manner of dress. We really enjoyed each other's company. I came to rely on him for advice on possible dissents or possible non-dissents. he was always forthcoming with advice and did a lot of background work to convince me one way or the other to go, and I just relied upon him. He became a mentor and a friend, and I'll never forget him. And I'm very, very sad at the passing of our good friend, Lauren Loban.
Madam Chair, I might reiterate that, Mark's comments, in that when I first got on the board, and I've worked with Lauren for 12 years, he kind of took me under his wing. And I'd say, oh, I don't like that case. He goes, Linda, you better take a second look. And what I liked the best about Lauren is he never hesitated to say what was on his mind. Regardless of the political stature of the person in the room or who that person was, Lauren didn't hesitate to say what he was thinking. And, we were all the stronger for that, I think, in many ways. But I found him to have a curious mind and the warmest of hearts. And I just love the guy and I'll miss him.
Yes.
I'd like to also say, we know Lauren was the snappy dresser for sure. I served with Lauren and his Tic Tacs for 15 years. He always had those Tic Tacs. Yes. Distinguished gentleman, the consummate professional. He may be gone, but he will not be forgotten. He took a lot of people under his wing here. And he was a valuable member of this team, and I think his loss will be felt. And good luck to you, madam, for leaving, for going off into the retirement world.
Just when I got the promotion. Thank you.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you, Frida.
I'd like to say about Lauren that I found him a very kind and generous person and a gentleman, always willing to share his thoughts, which I many, many times agreed with after the original disagreement, kind of like Linda. Yeah, he'll be missed.
Briefly, he was a good person.
Yeah. Sums it up.
I just want to say that I offer my condolences to his family. And I do want to say that I remember my first year on the board when I first rejected an item after many approvals. I did receive a call from him, and he was very supportive and gave advice, and I really appreciated that, and he will be sorely missed.
Thank you. Thank you all for sharing your sentiments about Lauren. He was always one of my biggest supporters, and he would tell me so often. He did appreciate the challenges of this position, and it was nice to know that I had his support throughout. As more than just a colleague, but as a friend. And I feel similarly about Linda. Linda was always very much a good sounding board for me and someone I relied on. And I think that the board is going to be a different place without the two of you. But I know that we have wonderful colleagues around the room that are just as dedicated to the work and to New Yorkers everywhere. And there he is. I'm sure he's smiling down at us from wherever you are. Hopefully a much better place, Lauren. With that, thank you all so much for your remarks, and I guess we'll adjourn today's meeting. May I please have a motion to do so?
I move to adjourn this meeting.
Yes, thank you.
Second.
Thank you for that second. Any opposition? Okay. Hearing no opposition, board members, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All opposed? Hearing no opposition, that motion is passed. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.